What's up, y'all? Back at you with another one. Here we go again. Everybody's pulling back like, whoa, maybe we shouldn't trade up because it works too much. And, oh, 13th pick, and we love Penix, but, oh, he gets hurt. But we need a quarterback so bad, but I don't know if we should wait the 13th pick on Bo Nix. We're not sure if he's ready for that. And all these things starting to play out, and everybody's starting to see all these different angles and how everything's been falling together. And they see more and more, like I was saying from the very beginning, we will not draft a quarterback in the first round. We will not trade up. If anything, we will trade back, and we may not draft a quarterback at all. Just like I said, and have been saying the whole time, people sliding further back on different things. I know I made this other peel back video, but it's just getting more and more just as I suspected, because it's the only thing that makes sense. Everything else is too brash. It's too fancy. It's not enough thought into all the other things that go into something like that. And also, like I said, and you'll see this too, no matter how far Jaden Daniels falls, we're not going to trade up to get him either, no matter what the price is going to be, if it's going to be a small price or a big price. And y'all can quote me on that one too when you come back and looking for it. And a big reason now is if I'm looking at the draft board, this is the way I see it shaping out. And this is nothing like anyone else sees, and it's crazy and it's off the board, but I see this could possibly happen. I see the Bears picking Jaden Daniels first and going to, and them being scared away from Caleb. They say Caleb's camp did what they were supposed to do. They got the Bears afraid of drafting him, so they said we'll go with the next best thing that's a Caleb-esque player, and we'll go with Jaden Daniels. And then we're going to go to the second pick, the Washington Commanders. They're going to take Caleb Williams. Why? Because that's how they got their offensive coordinators to leave from the Raiders. What did they have to tell him that was so convincing that he's going to put down that job and come back and take his reputation with him to take a job as offensive coordinator, other than we've been working on a deal to get Caleb here. We still doing it. I'm thinking it's going to come together. If you want to be with your kid, come to us because we're working on it. Okay, so that's why the second pick's there. Third pick, the Patriots. The Patriots love, a good old-fashioned American hometown boy, somebody whose last name is Brady or like May. And I think that's where they're going to go with. They're going to go with Drake May. They're going to put him over there where he's still used to the cold weather, so it's not going to be that much of a bad playing environment for him. They'll get the type of quarterback they like to have, tall, strong, arm, and pretty. They love that there. Then we're going to go to pick 4, and I believe at that point, Minnesota's going to get scared because those 3 quarterbacks came off back to back as they were supposed to, and this was their contingency plan, and they going to get the best quarterback they can get of the second tier, what they're calling the second tier being Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, and Michael Penix. And I believe that they're going to go with Michael Penix. I think they're going to take the risk on the injuries. I think that the Vikings are the type of franchise that would do something like that, risk-reward type deal. They seem to, been able to go for it, and they push down the line, and they've been setting up to make the trade up. It's just a matter of where they're going to have to trade up to get who to where they want to get. And it just might have to be right here with the Arizona Cardinals, giving them that draft capital that they picked up early for the season and early during the season for the draft, and go with that. Now I think that's what that's there for. So then we come to the 5th pick, and that's when everybody's really going to be astonished, because what I see is J.J. McCarthy going to the Chargers. And no one's thought about that. No one said anything about that because they are so convinced that the Chargers are just sitting there with Herbert, and everything around him is just going to be built up by him, and we'll be fine. Or are they thinking, okay, we got Herbert, he's working out, he's good, he's getting better. What if he's not great by year 4? Well, why don't I bring in my favorite quarterback of my career, since he's the one who saved my career at Michigan? Let's bring him in here and see if he can keep my career rolling over here in Los Angeles. So once that happens, all those quarterbacks are gone. It's going to be a quarterback super panic, because anybody who wants a quarterback in front of us is going to have to get there. So that's why we've been throwing all this smoke about, ooh, the Raiders need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. When we talk about a quarterback, oh, well, anything's on the table. There's a quarterback controversy, or not, a quarterback competition going on in our room right now. We're not afraid to add more quarterbacks because we think competition is what makes teams best. And smoke, smoke, smoke. They never say anything about a specific direction of a specific quarterback, or even hint anything other than the fact that we know Antonio Pierce likes Jaden Daniels because they're friends. And that's it. Outside of that, they said nothing about wanting to get a quarterback. Oh, and Devontae Adams texting out, hey, congratulations on your Heisman Award to Jaden Daniels. He wants them. That means he's won them, and it also means he's going to get it, because Antonio Pierce is going to do everything he can, and Tom Telesco is just going to lay back and say, you know what, Antonio, here's the fix, here's my job, and here's my paycheck. Let's see if you can make it happen. No, absolutely not. It's ridiculous. So, we will have a great offensive lineman in the first round. We may have a chance to trade back because people are getting quarterback scared and they want to get something we have. I doubt that that's there. What I would like to see, which I won't see, but everybody gets to put out there something they like. I would love us to grab a number 1 wide receiver at our 13th pick. That would be fire. That would set the league on fire. If they're not afraid of Aidan or not, that's fine. But we had a number 1 wide receiver coming out this draft, and we just waited till later rounds to pick up some offensive linemen because we're so deep in that. That would be dangerous for the NFL. That would make me happy, because we actually could pull that off. I mean, it's so many offensive linemen in the draft. There's a lot of corners. There's a lot of corners in free agency that still haven't signed that are, a good value. So we could go ahead and get that wide receiver and just scare the whole NFL, because they're like, not going to be ready for that. So if my dream comes true, we get Michael Thomas Jr., because I think he's dope, and he's tall, and he's fast, and his hands is incredible. But we'll probably go O-line and 2 O-line picks and someone in the DB, in the defensive backfield. Or you can get that wide receiver. But that's just me. The reality and probability of my draft is out there. But, at least it's something off the board that no one else is coming at you with. It's something else to think about. And it's not probable, but anything is possible. It's the draft, and no one gets it right ever. And I'm pretty sure I won't either. But what if I do? Remember, Guru told you.